it's Sam. So today I am going to be doing a first impressions on my face of the new SMASHBOX and VLADA collection. Oh my goodness. This collaboration is like my little rose gold dreams put into a makeup. It is absolutely beautiful. When I first saw the email from SMASHBOX just announcing the collection, I was like, ah! And I immediately posted on Instagram because these are so beautiful. Not only is the actual inside of the packaging gorgeous, but the actual outside of the packaging is literally like, I just am obsessed. It's so, so pretty. I literally just got it and I'm like, oh, I want to put this on my face. So instead of just filming like a swatches kind of review video, I really just wanted to put it on my face and try and use as many products as possible. I have swatched a few of the products that I didn't show on my face, but you guys, this is such a pretty collection. If you like rose gold, if you like floral, if you like roses, you're gonna love this. It is so pretty. I will list everything down in the description box below with the prices as well as a link for you to buy. This is gonna be a full face tutorial, so you're also gonna like see my current kind of like foundation routine. Basically, you're just getting my first thoughts on everything as I'm using it. I hope you guys find this helpful. I'm not sponsored by SMASHBOX to do this video. They don't know I'm making it, but I just want to let you know I did get the entire collection in PR. It was a beautiful packaging, came with a little video and these gorgeous little roses. It was so pretty. So huge thank you to SMASHBOX for sending out this collection. I love, 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 like, oh, I just want to like stick it on my body and walk around. It's so pretty. So you're gonna get to see how I got this look. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I feel very glowy. So yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and get on into the tutorial slash first impressions. Mwah. Bye. This is the box that it came in. It's so beautiful. It's all rose gold. Inside came a bunch of roses and all of the products. Like, how pretty is that? It was so beautiful when I opened it. The very first product I'm gonna use is the Photo Finish Petal Metal Primer. This is the box. It is so beautiful. A microfine rose gold pearls creates a warm glow packed with hyaluronic acid and shea butter for instant all-day moisture. 4K high definition spheres blur imperfections. So this is supposed to be for normal to dry skin. Now you guys know that I actually have oily skin. We're gonna give it a go. I forgot to put my sunscreen on, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. This is my sunscreen. I might as well just show you guys. It's the EBATES Sun Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Sunscreen Lotion. And I have it in the tint one, and it's warm. This stuff is amazing. It's SPF 50. It was recommended to me for my melasma. Super beautiful on the skin. It's a great base for makeup. And then it has SPF 50, so you're really super duper protected. And I use this every single day, whether or not I'm wearing makeup. But it is amazing. It makes your makeup last even better, which is really weird. Anyway, now we're gonna go ahead and use the primer. So this is the packaging. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. So it is kind of like a rosy tone. And I'm just gonna put that in the spots where I kind of mainly have pores, fine lines and wrinkles. So basically all over my face. There's a tiny bit of a radiance. It's nothing major though. It's not like, oh my gosh, you are so shimmery. It's just like a very subtle bit of radiance. Kind of, you can see a little bit of it. Petal Metal Shimmer Spray. It says that you can actually use it on your face before makeup and then blend it. So I'm gonna give it a go. So this packaging, again, is rose gold, super beautiful. All of the packaging is so pretty. It says it's a lightweight illuminating face and body spray. Leaves skin hydrated and radiant, works with all skin tones and types. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it all over my chest and shoulders and face. Man, the spray is quite big. Like, it's not a super fine mist. So, oh, and I just squirted my neck majorly. So just keep that in mind. Oh dear, they're coming out in big blobs. I'm pretty sure I just ruined my shirt. It's not quite as thin as I would like it to be. So I wouldn't recommend using it when you have clothes on because I feel like I literally just got blobs of shimmer all over my shirt. It comes out a little splodgy. That's unfortunate. I was hoping it would be more of a mist. So I am seeing a definite glow on my face. I do feel like it has given me a pretty shimmer. It's nothing major though. I was expecting it to be a little bit more shimmery, but it's actually quite nice because it's quite subtle. It has just a nice bit of a kind of glow, if you guys can see that. Like, it's makes your skin look pretty, but it's not major. So I would probably not use this on my face. just because I don't really need an extra glow on my face anyway because I'm so oily. I probably would use this before I get dressed because those things come out splodgy. There's definitely some little splodges now on my shirt and hopefully they will come off. I don't think it had a smell. I didn't smell one at all. Yeah, it says on body, spray on bare chest, legs, and arms, keep away from clothes. It warned me and I didn't listen. I didn't even read that part. But now we know, don't put it when you have clothes on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation and concealer. I'm gonna use the Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, mixed half and half on the back of my hand with Luminous Silk Foundation from Giorgio Armani. I have been using a new concealer lately and I've been really, really loving it. I'll be using it in a minute so you guys will know what I'm talking about. So this is the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. This is what it looks like. It comes in a little tube. I have really been loving it. I think it's really great. It's a nice consistency. It does not get stuck in your fine lines and wrinkles. The first time I used it, I actually showed it in a Get Ready With Me. And for some reason, the actual little, you know, the little part that goes inside that stops from all of the product coming out? Well, that came out the first time. And I noticed it came out with a couple of other ones as well. So the first time, if that happens to you, just close it back up and then it should be fine. Because once I closed it back up and tried it again, it stuck back in there. So that was kind of weird. I just feel like it's been really looking smooth under there. It's lightweight, but it's good enough to wear if I feel like I need, you know, it gives me good coverage. But it just blends out so well. You don't have to work super fast with it because it doesn't dry really quick and then you're like, oh crap, I've got all these wonky lines all over my face. It stays looking nice all day long. And if you have oily skin, it does not cause any extra oiliness. I've also been using a new powder, which I'm obsessed with. It's pretty affordable, which is always exciting. This is the Rude Studio Finishing Mineral Powder. The color is Banana. It does give you a little bit of a color, so if you are super fair, I would not go with the banana color. I don't know if they have any other colors because I just got this sent to me in PR. Tried it, I think last week, and I've been using it ever since, and I really do love it. So if you do have a self-tan or if you are a little bit, you know, darker naturally, then I think this would be great. If you are more fair, I would definitely try and see if there's a lighter color. And I'm just using my Bare Minerals Dual Contour Blush. But this powder smooths everything out like nobody's business. I walk by the mirror and I'm like, oh, wow, my face still looks so smooth. Like, what the heck is going on? It's amazing. It is quite delightful. This definitely does add just a little bit of coverage as well. Literally makes you look like you have a filter on your face. It's unbelievable. And it's so much cheaper than my NARS. But do you see how it does not lighten up under your eyes at all? So if you like a light under eye, I mean, I do this anyway, so it doesn't matter for me. But I highly recommend getting a white powder if you are going to buy that powder, because it is definitely darkening for under the eye. Like, it's not a brightener. So I'm just taking my Ben Nye Super White and I'm just using a little fluffy Morphe brush. This is the MB23. It's great for under eye powders. We're just kind of buffing them in and getting everything like really set under there. See how this is so much more lifted and brightened? So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Compact, and then this is just what sets everything together. Contour, I'm gonna go ahead and use my NARS Laguna. This is actually the Veil palette, but it's just the actual bronzer that I use is Laguna. It's like the perfect color. It's warm enough, but you don't look orange. Okay, so for blush, I think I'm gonna try one of these highlighters. So this is the packaging, again, same packaging, absolutely gorgeous, but this is what got me for the collection. When I saw the email, I was like, oh. This is the actual packaging of the highlighters. It is actually a rose on the rose gold packaging. The whole entire box is rose gold. And this is just absolutely, it's sturdy. It feels like such a gorgeous quality piece. It feels like it should cost so much more than the price, because the price, $39, and it feels like it should be $60. Like, it's so beautiful. So that's the packaging, and then you open it up. It has a really good sized mirror that says SMASHBOX and VLADA. And then you have a really great size beautiful rose highlight. Like, look how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. So I think I could probably use this as a blush on my skin tone. So that color is Rosemantic. We also have the color Prismatic Petal. Holy moly. This one is like super iridescent. It has like a bit of an opalescent kind of holographic glow. Do you see the difference? And then we have one more. Oh my God, these are literally the most beautiful things I've ever seen. We have Gilded Rose. This one looks like it's gonna be slightly more golden. True kind of like light golden rose. So that's the lightest one. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Rosemantic. And I'm gonna try this as a blush. And we'll just see. I mean, I don't know how highlighted these are because I actually haven't played with them yet. I literally just got it. And this is my absolute first impressions. Perfect. So this does actually work as a blush on me because this is obviously a highlighter that is meant for a deeper skin tone. This is going on really pretty. It has a definite, really beautiful sheen. But like I said, if you are someone who is like my skin tone, or even I think lighter than this, you can absolutely use this as a really gorgeous blush. That is beautiful. I probably went a little heavy because I just wanted to show you guys exactly what it looks like as a blush, but you can see that sheen it gives you. It's like definitely a true kind of rose toned. Now I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and let that sit. That came out a lot better. It came out more misted versus the other. I think you just gotta squirt it a few times, so maybe squirt it a few times on your body, on your arms first. I just wanted to kind of let that set in my blush so that we can put the highlight on top and it will sit a little bit better. I love doing that before I do my highlight. So this one is Prismatic Petal. It definitely has this kind of really fun shift as you move it. It looks like it's gonna be very, very kind of shimmery. So I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is the E27. Oh God, yes. Okay, so this has definitely got more of a kind of purpley tone to it. As you move your face, you kind of see that kind of purpley opal kind of shimmer peeking through. It's not sparkly, but it definitely does have a opal shimmer for sure. Look at that, that is gorgeous. That is like the exact color that I love this time of year. Oh, this is interesting. So this is the Gilded Rose. This is the Rosemantic, but then this is the packaging of the Prismatic Petal. So the one that is more pinky purple, kind of opal, has a different front. Did not notice that before, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe it's just so you know that this is the kind of more shifty opal one. So then the next color I'm going to take is the Gilded Rose. This one is obviously a little bit lighter. It's definitely more of a kind of goldeny rose. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this on my forehead, my nose, the Cupid's bow. I just love that like when you're doing it, it kind of reminds me of that Lancome Rose highlight that was like so insanely popular forever. And it was ridiculously expensive. But I love that it looks like a rose because that was kind of like why everybody was so obsessed with that one, is that it looked like actual rose petals. But the problem was that you hardly got any product. It was like $60 or something, but this actually has a very similar tone. It's actually more pink than I expected. It looks like it's gonna be super golden, but it's actually very, very soft, kind of like a really light champagne-y pink. It's definitely pink. It is not gold at all. So beautiful. Oh my God, I can just tell you right now, these are gonna be my new everyday favorite highlighters. I'm also gonna layer just a little bit of that just on the very top right here. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. It's a really fine powder. It melts into the skin really beautifully. It does not pick up on your pores. It really just melts in and just kind of perfects. Like it does not look like there's any powder there whatsoever. It's absolutely just gorgeous. I'm like obsessed with these highlighters. These are absolute must-have. $39, highly recommend. This palette retails for $29. So the packaging is kind of like one of those where I don't know, what is that called? You know, where it moves. I have no idea what that's called. All of the colors are actually printed on the back, which is pretty cool. It's actually very sleek, quite compact, quite thin. So it would be great for upcoming travels. You've got a mirror, and then you've got actually quite a lot of shades for such a small little palette. I was not expecting to have this many colors. Like there are some good, yeah, what do you have? 6, 7, 8 colors in this tiny little palette. That's pretty amazing. So the first color I'm going to take is called Opal Rose. It is absolutely that opal kind of pinky purple shift. Quite similar to the Prismatic Petal highlight, but just a little bit more intense. So if you wanted a lighter version of that, you could use this as a highlighter. And honestly, sometimes I feel like highlighters or eyeshadows work better as highlighters because they're just a little bit more pigmented. Pigmentation is bomb, like so good. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that right into the inner corners to kind of brighten up. Okay, the next color I'm going to take is this color right here, which is called Nude Rose. Like a perfect transitional shade. It's actually a little bit more warm than it looks in the palette. I thought it was going to be slightly more of a just very like neutral nude, but it actually does have a pretty decent amount of warmth, and it seems to be really nice and pigmented. It's blending out absolutely beautifully. This palette is so lightweight and so compact that like this is just such, oh god, I love the feel of it in the hand. It fits perfectly in your hand. It's not too clunky. It's not too big or too long or too thick. Like it's just fitting in my hand so well. But then you do have that palette, the mirror inside the palette as well. I absolutely love this color. This is so pretty. It is a very, very rosy nude. Like it has that kind of warmth, that pinky tone to it. This is like literally, this palette is for me. I love it. I'm so excited. The next color I'm going to take is Coffee Blossom, which is right here. It's like a dark matte brown. And I'm just going to put that right over here. And I'm bringing that up into the crease just a little bit. This is like a really dark chocolate, almost kind of like an espresso. Wow, that really is almost black, like it's really dark. I love the fact that they have featured this dark color. I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to go into Floral Support, which is this really pretty kind of like pinky tone. It's definitely rosy for sure. That is like fire. Wow, like literally that looks like a burning flame of roses. That's gorgeous. You do get fallout with that one, so just keep that in mind. Make sure that you powder beforehand. Wow, that one wet is super intense. Then I'm going to wet my brush again. And I'm going to go into this slightly lighter pink color, Rose Quartz. It's this shade right here. This palette is amazing. And I'm going to pop that right into the inner lid. I'm going to go ahead and take a little tiny brush, and I'm going to wet that as well with some MAC Fix Plus, and then I'm going to go back into that Opal Rose right here, and I'm just going to pop my inner corner so that it's a little bit more intense. Now I'm going to wet my flat brush. I'm going to go back into the Nude Rose, that transitional shade that we put on the crease first. I don't want to go too dark with the bottom because I feel like it's already super dark on top. But I don't want to turn this into like a super nighttime look. I'm going to go back into that kind of reddish shade, and I'm just going to kind of pop that one under there so that we still are keeping the lightness versus just smoking out completely. $29, that's amazing. You guys really should get that. Like that is really quite affordable for the product you get. You get a lot of different colors. The quality is amazing, and the colors, if you like, I mean, if you watch me, then you probably know that these are all my colors. Like I'm obsessed, so highly recommend that. That's an absolute winner for sure. Oh dear, what have I done to this? I'm just going to take my Lord & Berry 1002 Nudo Silk Kajal Kohl Liner. I've been loving this. I've been using it like every day. Just really like helps to brighten your eye, make you look awake. I just put it in my waterline and it just kind of like opens up your eye. And then it helps whatever color you have below to really like stand out a lot. Okay, so we have liquid eyeliner. This one is called 24 Karat Rose. Oh, it's a rose. Oh my god, I want to use this. So I'm just going to put a really thin line just for a little bit of a sparkle as you turn your eye. I'm also going to do a little bit of that right in the inner corner as well. Love the packaging, and I also really like the actual applicator of that. That's gorgeous. So that's 24 Karat Rose, but then we also have Black Rose. So that one just looks like that, just plain black. Oh darn it, I already ruined my crease because of my stupid hooded eyes. It's quite a wet formula, so I do feel like you have to waft it. It's quite thick. It still feels really, really wet on the eye, so if you are someone who struggles with hooded eyes, I would not recommend this formula. Oh man, I totally messed that up. Okay, that's really pretty. It's just definitely quite a wet and thick formula. The applicator is amazing. Like, it does look good. I just wanted to warn you that it does feel like eyeliner. Like, it feels quite thick. But when you get up close, you can see the sparkles. So it is pretty awesome, and I feel like it would look absolutely beautiful like out in the sun. I'm just gonna brush through my lashes with an eyebrow spoolie. I feel like whenever you do liquid liner, it always gets all over your lashes and then it makes them look really like clumpy. So I'm just taking my Lancome Seals Booster XL. This is my favorite eyelash primer. It is so great. And then I'm taking my Lancome Hypnose Drama. And this is like my favorite combination ever. You guys know I use it all the time, but in case you're new to my channel, this is my Holy Grail mascara duo. It's so good. I think those liners are beautiful. I like the rose one better just because that's something that I will use more often. But it looks beautiful and that wand was amazing. Like it really did, like it went on super nicely. And I love the little shimmers you can see peeking through. Like it does look really cool. So I will say if you are a liquid liner fan, you will love those. And those ones are $24, guys. So now we have the Petal Metal Shimmer Drops. So there are 2 shades. These retail for $32. I have Gold Glitz and Rose Glitz. Oh god, these are so beautiful. So they come in this little dropper. Oh my gosh, these are so beautiful. They remind me of the Lorac Luster Drops. You guys know I used to be obsessed with those years ago. This is the packaging. Absolutely gorgeous packaging. It looks so pretty. This is the Rose Glitz. And then we have the Gold Glitz. It's a stunning buildable shimmer, lip, and cheek topper that gives you an extreme metallic finish. You can wear these alone or over makeup. It says shake well, pat 1 drop over matte lipstick, like always on, layer to intensify, let dry, try it on cheeks too. So I'm gonna go ahead, oh god, the gold is really pretty too. Like that's just straight up golden, delightful magic. But I am gonna go ahead and use the rose one because it's pink and it's pretty. I'm gonna put it on my cheeks. So it has this little pump top right here. You only seem to get like a little, like a third of the thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 1 drop because that's what it says. Wow, these are super liquidy. So that just oh, fiddle dingle. It did disrupt the makeup underneath. No, it's too watery. When you turn your face, like when you go like this, you can see it looks great. Then when you turn, you can see where it's kind of taken away that makeup. Poo on a shoe. It's just a little bit too watery. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna reapply my highlight there. And then I think we'll just stick with those for the lips because it's so wet that it did kind of take away my foundation underneath. But they are super watery, guys. Like maybe just... I don't know if that even showed up. For some reason, I'm getting more of like a liquid than an actual shimmer. And I shook it up pretty well. It's just quite like a sheer formula. It's not super intense, like sparkle everywhere. Like you kind of get more, like that's it rubbed out on my hand and you can see it's pretty sheer. So you do have to be, I feel like if you wanted to get a super, I don't know, because it blends, no, it just kind of goes into like hardly anything. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed in these. I'm just gonna reapply my highlight real quick because that's just looking crazy right now. It's all looking messed up, so I'm hoping that I can save it if I just add a little bit more of this. And I'll put the Gilded Rose on the top of that. I think we saved it. You can still see a little bit that I kind of have a bit where it's taken apart. I'm gonna try it with a beauty blender and see if that works better. I'm just gonna go wash this real quick. Maybe just my finger was just disrupting it. I'll try it this way instead. Oh, no, it still disrupted it. Darn it! This is just so wet that it seems to be wanting to just take away my foundation versus putting down product. Like you can see where I've just swiped the makeup off. That is way too risky. I think if you're doing a very glowy kind of natural skin look, those would work on your face. But if you have full-on powder, concealer, or foundation, all that stuff, it's just gonna disrupt it and take it away. Now I'm gonna have to add more highlight. So that's a bit of a bummer. This is Petal Metal XO Vlada. So these look pretty metallic. That one's a little bit more of a kind of gold bronze. Wow, this one's pretty. Kind of like a more like straight up rose. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with my favorite lip liner at the moment. This is Hush Hush from Buxom. I've got Desert Rose, In Bloom, and XO Vlada. So they actually have a clear bottom. Wait a minute, I'm so confused right now. What's going on here? What are these called? These are Petal Metal Liquid Lips. And then these are Petal Metal Liquid Lipsticks. What's the difference? Petal Metal Mouth. This gloss-like metallic liquid lip delivers rich, Saturated color with a chrome finish in one coat. Okay, so this is a gloss, the bigger one. These are glosses, these are actually liquid lipsticks. So this is XO Vlada. So that's just like a straight up like coppery rose gold. Desert Rose is a little bit richer, kind of darker, a little bit more of a kind of rose. Then the last color is In Bloom. That one looks like it's gonna be a little bit more pink. Yeah, okay, so that one's definitely more of like a mauve. I'm gonna take this one, the In Bloom. So these are definitely metallic. They're quite a lightweight formula, so they go on pretty nicely. The wand is really nice. It's quite precise at the tip, but then it's fat, so you get a decent amount of product. And it's not so metallic. I thought it was gonna be so intensely metallic that I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is too much. But it's actually quite nice. It's subtle enough to where you have a bit of a shimmer, but it's not like wholly metallic lips, if that makes sense. Because I'm not a fan of metallic lips. I find that they make your lips look quite a bit smaller. The next color I'm gonna take is the actual Be Legendary Petal Metal Liquid Lip. This is a gloss-like, they said. So this is the color Petal Metal, and these ones are 24. The actual lipsticks are also 24. Okay, so this one is full-on metallic. The wand is actually quite nice. It's got an interesting, it like curves to your lips. Do you guys see that? How it's kind of curved? It actually does curve around the lip quite a bit. So that one is full-on metallic. So if you're wanting something a little bit more subtle, I would go with the actual liquid lipsticks. If you want something a little bit more metallic and intense, then I would go with the Petal Metal Liquid Lip. So that is what Petal Metal looks like. Definitely kind of amped up and made it a little bit more metallic. Not my favorite. I don't really like metallic lips, but that's just me. For me, it just makes my lips look really small. That is not what I want to do in life. God dang. Okay, so there's the 3 swatches of the actual Petal Metal Liquid Lips. This one is the one that I just put on my lips. That's the Petal Metal. Then we have XO Vlada. And then we have Rose Magic. Am I saying her name right? Is it Vlada or Vlada? I'm assuming it's Vlada. One of them is a little bit more kind of reddish rose. One of them is more bronzy. And then the Petal Metal is definitely more of a golden. It's like a straight up rose gold on the lip. I don't think I'll be wearing those, to be honest. I'm not a fan of the metallic lip. I think it just looks better on when you have lip fillers, personally, or if you have bigger lips. When you have lines in your lips, it just enhances all the lines, and that's why I personally don't really like it very much. Let's try these drops again on the lips this time. I'm still trying the Rose Glitz. Feels quite nice. Those actually look great on the lips. It's quite hydrating. It feels amazing. It feels like you're putting like coconut water on your lips or something, but it also kind of filled in those lines that I was talking about from the metallic lip color and kind of smoothed everything out and kind of made it look a little bit more glossy versus metallic. They're so beautiful before you rub them in. They're like super intense. Like, look at that. It's like so intense. Like if I could just have that crying down my eye, that would be amazing. But then for some reason when you rub them in, it's so watery that you hardly get any, do you see that? There's hardly anything there. There's like a really subtle sparkle, but it's not enough. I want more. If you love something, you want more. So there's the gold running down my arm. So you can see how liquidy these are. And there's the gold rubbed in. So the gold seems to have a little bit more of a sparkle. Like I'm definitely seeing a little bit more, but it's still so thin, guys. These are really quite a sheer product. They're beautiful, like they really are pretty, but super subtle. Like it's just a very soft shimmer. The lips look gorgeous, but I think these would actually be really beautiful on the décolleté. I'm just gonna put them right into my palm. I'm gonna mix the gold and the pink together, and I'm just gonna apply it all over my décolleté. If we just kind of pat them on here, it's just gonna be this gorgeous little glow. But I was expecting it to be more sparkly than it was, or just like more like pigmented, but they're just very subtle. Like you can see though, it's gorgeous in that area because it really does look like really glowy. Do you see that? But it's very subtle. You could still wear your clothes and you're not gonna ruin everything and have glitter all over the place. I thought I was gonna like them to add a bunch of sparkle to my lid and a bunch of sparkle to my face, and I think they're gonna be much better as a glow to my body and a glow to my lips. That's why we have reviews, so that you guys know exactly what you can expect from a product before you buy it. My makeup is done. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with this shimmer spray again. Again, this one is very, very subtle. It just gives you a really gorgeous glow, but I am seeing it all over my body, and it is super pretty. Those glitter drops do add a lot of glitter now that I'm seeing it in the sun. Like, they definitely do. So I think a nice mixture. I think if you just keep those as, hey, I want to add a little bit of sparkle to my lips and my body, then you won't be disappointed. Okay, so don't use that as a setting spray because I just got blobs all over my face. What is wrong with me today? I would definitely recommend that using this before your makeup because I think it looks really pretty. Don't use it as a setting spray for your face. That's a very bad idea. I don't know why I did that. That was just major nincompoop. It does look very shimmery though. On the body, I'm feeling very Jaclyn Hill right now with the glow on the shoulders. Okay guys, so I just went into the sun where like sun was beaming on me, and I was looking at my arms and my chest. Like everywhere where I put this spray and these little drops, I am so sparkly. It looks so beautiful in the sun. Like when water reflects or sun reflects off water, like it's really pretty. So this I'm definitely happy with. I wish that the formula was just a little bit thinner because it does come out splodgy, which is a bit annoying. If it's on the body that you can blend it out, it's not a big deal. That I would say I will probably definitely use when I'm having like more skin showing. Same with these. I probably rub these into like a body oil, like put drops into a body oil and then rub it all over my body. These are the winners for me. The highlighters, I think that's what I was most excited about for the collection anyway. And all three of these are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, they just melt into your skin. They're so pretty. This eyeshadow palette for $29, you need this in your life. It is so compact. It is so amazing. I feel like you can get a lot of really pretty looks with it. You still have 2 matte shades, and then the rest are all shimmery, but they are just so pretty. So this is something that I will use probably over and over again. I'm not getting a watery eye yet, so fingers crossed I'll be okay. The lip stuff, I've got to be honest, are not my favorite. I don't like metallic lips. I don't really like those kind of like frosty formulas. Because they just don't enhance my lips the way I would like them to. I want things that make my lips look fuller and glossy and juicy, and these kind of make my lips look kind of pulled in and pruned just a little bit. So I would skip on the lips personally. If you're going for like a really bold metallic, go with the lips versus the lipstick, because the lipstick is definitely very subtle. I think honestly I could probably end up wearing the lipstick with just a regular gloss over, and that would probably be really pretty and wearable. I'm kind of like, they're pretty, but they're not necessarily for me. My face pretty much looks the same as it usually always does, so for me, this isn't something I would run out and like say, yes, you need it in your life. It's nice, but it's not like life-changing. And then these liquid liners, I actually did really like. I don't like liquid liners. I don't do it ever. And I think the rose one I will absolutely be using. The black one I will absolutely use if I do want to use a liquid liner. Like I said, I hardly ever wear liquid liner. But I think if I do decide I want to do it, I would definitely reach for this because the applicator was really, really easy to use. And I love that little shimmer. It is pretty. Like, it's really beautiful. There's kind of my thoughts on everything. I hope you guys find this helpful and enjoy this tutorial. I'm actually loving the way my makeup looks. I think it's really pretty. I'm very glowy. I love the eyes. I think they're gorgeous. What do you guys think? What was your favorite product that you have either seen online or on Instagram, or that you saw in this collection? Which piece do you think that you will be reaching for the most? The packaging on the highlighters is absolutely the most beautiful I've ever seen. These would be gorgeous on your vanity. They're just absolutely beautiful. Imagine if you're just out in public and you're like, oh, let me check up something. Don't mind my fabulous rose compact. It's gorgeous. I'm obsessed. The packaging was like made for me. It's so beautiful. You guys know I'm obsessed with rose gold. Can we not get any more perfect? It's like, hello, me and my rose compact in my hair. I'm just in love. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification bell so that every time I upload, you will be notified. And I'll see you guys again next week. Mwah! Have a great weekend.